Hey everybody, it's almost October 2022, the last quarter of the year. Hard to believe it. Well, I finally reached a milestone, 5,000 subscribers, so this is the video reading or the thing that people voted on, then won the most votes, and it was a tarot card reading about UFOs and ancient aliens. So I'm just going to get right down to it here and start with the tarot card deck. What about UFOs? Well, let's ask the deck about Roswell, July 1947. What is a message that you can give us about Roswell, New Mexico, United States, July 1947? Interesting. Ace of Wands in reverse. Three of Wands upright. July 1947, Roswell, New Mexico. Five of Wands in reverse. A lot of wands. Interesting. Roswell, New Mexico, July 1947. Okay. Page of Cups upright. Ace of Swords upright. Okay, interesting. Two aces now. King of Wands in the reverse. Okay, that's interesting. With the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Devil upright. Hell, there's a few people that would like to kind of put the whole alien agenda thing into some sort of demonic conspiracy. Here is the Moon card upright. Okay, secrets. Yeah, we knew that. Okay. 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 So whatever Roswell incident in July of 1947 in the state of New Mexico in the United States. Starting out here with these two cards, the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Three of Wands upright. So the Three of Wands upright is about waiting and expectation for something to come, something that's great, something that's wonderful, some sort of new beginning, and it's not coming. But this person is still waiting. So something about that event was supposed to be a new era, a new understanding of something, but we're still waiting on it. And I feel like all the other wands here are kind of rabbit holes, distractions. Like, we know the wand we want. This hand and this hand is holding what we want. All this other stuff is like side stories, distractions, obfuscation, maybe, because his back is turned to this one wand. And he's not touching this other wand, but he is holding the one. Now, with the Five of Wands in the reverse, there's no conflict here. This wasn't like, and look, a friendship card. The Page of Cups. It was like a new extending friendship. We didn't want conflict. Trying to meet and greet. If it was indeed some sort of extraterrestrial situation. Okay. The truth here, interesting, because this line of cards starts out with the Ace of Swords. So we have the truth, we have that, from what the cards are telling me. The truth here is that there was somebody in power, someone in charge, that decided not to tell the truth, to keep the wand in reverse. So his wand's in reverse, just like this Ace of Wands, this new beginning. And this had to do with interests, commitments that this person was bound to, that they had to represent first. And so notice how this wand, which is lit, this torch in this hand, is upright. And so it's like you're bound to this situation, this commitment, this way of how we're going to handle this. And this is what we're going to tell people. Not this, not this. Which led to this, the moon. We don't have all the answers. I feel like the wolf and the dog here howling and the lobster crawling out of the water are all indicative of people searching for the truth. But some people want to know the truth here, like the lobster, but they're trying to keep a low profile. Like, it's possible that this UFO crash could have happened, but I'm not going to talk to anyone I know about it because I don't want them to think I'm nuts or whatever because of this version of the truth that was put out. I feel like people are still waiting for this to come up, right? For this situation. So, interesting. Interesting. Okay. So let me ask another question. Looking at these two cards together, I just heard, we come in peace. So there's that. All right. So let me ask another question. Is there some sort of ancient extraterrestrial / UFO area in Antarctica? I've always been real curious about that. Is there some sort of ancient extraterrestrial or UFO area in Antarctica? Antarctica, UFOs in Antarctica. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to start from the bottom, and as they come, I'm just going to put them up. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Again with the Three of Wands upright. Okay, interesting. Four of Cups in reverse. King of Cups upright. Six of Cups upright. King of Swords upright. Oh, interesting. The World in reverse. Oh my gosh. The King of Wands in reverse. Wow. Okay. Again. And the Seven of Swords in reverse. Wow. Okay, let me just start here with these two cards, the last ones to come out. The Seven of Swords in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. Again, we have a duplication. You saw me shuffle the cards of the first reading about Roswell, where we had anticipation and waiting for whatever this new understanding information era to come, and how this particular person or organization in a seat of power is keeping that hidden or obfuscated somehow, or not allowing that to come. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, that just indicates to me at this point there's no sneaking around. There's already areas at Antarctica that are off limits. We know that. There's no secret about that because it's shared by many nations, and with these three kings here, it's kind of representative of that to me. You know, we have an area where, you know, Norwegian countries have a base, and an area where the UK and Australia has a base, and et cetera, et cetera. So, whatever that is like there are areas which everyone agrees that are off limits, and there's no secret about that. Everyone knows that works down there, that knows what the deal is. They know what that's about. So it's not really a secret. But I feel like as though it's another part of misleading or keeping this truth or this new passionate / new era from coming forward. There is something about... Like I just heard looking at this in reverse is like, of course we all know what's going on and we're all in on it. So there's no secret between the competing ruling interests. And in fact, this is interesting. Again, with the world in reverse, I'm just going to point this out that it's kind of like the Three of Wands. We're waiting for this new era, but it's not here yet. It's on the horizon. There's indications that it's headed this way with those ships down here on the bay. With these two kings and the Six of Cups in the middle, it's like, look how the kings are dressed. The red cloak with the blue tunic. Look how the little boy in the Six of Cups is dressed. Blue tunic, red cape and hood. So it's like there are two countries here that are very much alike, that have been in the business of defending what's down there and being friendly to each other about what's down there for many, many years. Like 60 years, the Six of Cups, for a long, long, long time. And I think they all agree that the world's not ready. Wow. And of course, this is no secret that people have been keeping this stuff under wraps, not talking about it. We all know, you know, it's not really a secret. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like time's running out. This is an end of an era. People are running out of money to do things down there, maybe back engineer stuff or look for stuff or whatever that is. It's almost like this is the end of the line. We're out of money. We're out of time. This era is coming to an end. What's interesting about the Wheel of Fortune, though, is, again, because it could be positive or negative, and we're waiting. We're still waiting, and everyone agrees the world's not ready. Again, we're kind of like turning over with this chimera kind of jackal-headed human thing being at the top, meaning it's not the truth. It's like the devil card. It's like right now the wheels turn to where we're still keeping things on waiting mode, keeping things under wraps. But I feel like whoever the King of Cups card represents, with the Four of Cups in the reverse, this is actually interesting because this is like the Ace of Cups coming in. It's like this King of Cups hand. See how he's got his cup and it's coming in? Well, with the four, here's the same thing. Same hand coming into whatever. People aren't buying it anymore. They're disillusioned. They're dissatisfied with what they've been told's going on. And with the Four of Cups in the reverse, that's kind of what's going on. It's like one of these players down here, something's going to crack. And this is coming in. And I think people are becoming aware of that. Because of the money running out, or time running out, or the end of an era of a particular empire being in control, or a situation or a government being in control of it and trying to keep this wheel turned, this truth suppressed, this new era from coming forward. It's like that time's coming out, running to an end. And with the Three of Wands showing up in both readings, again with the ships are coming in. That's interesting. Maybe, disclosure's already kind of sort of happened with those videos from the United States military about the unidentified aerial phenomenon, and I don't know, there could be, you have to ask yourself, what's that about? Are we going to have a new era here, or are they going to continue to just drop stuff like that and then pretend like we don't have anything else or something like that, right? Interesting. Okay. Clear out the deck. So, clearing out the deck. So let's ask about ancient aliens. Ancient aliens. So, I like the show Ancient Aliens because I'm into history and archaeology and cultural anthropology, and so several of the themes and the stories in the show actually look at real life archaeological sites and culturally significant sites, and I always like that. Of course, the speculation's fun too. Like, you have to ask yourself, and could it be? Always fun. Definitely entertaining. So, there are other people that have been looking into our significant cultural sites around the world that are somewhat unexplained, and there is a lot of many theories that suggest that there were advanced technological civilizations on Earth that were human before, of course, our history came in at about 6,000 years ago. So, let me just ask a question. Okay. I'm just going to take whatever cards fall here with this question, and I'm not going to go for 8 or 6 or whatever. I'm just going to ask and see what they say. Are there archaeological sites which had assistance or are... let me rephrase it. Are there archaeological sites on the planet which reference extraterrestrial beings? How about that? Are there archaeological sites somewhere on this planet that reference extraterrestrial beings? Okay. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. That's interesting. 2 other cards here. 8 of Cups upright. Queen of Swords upright. Interesting. Okay. So my question was, were there archaeological sites on this planet that reference extraterrestrial beings? This card here is about sharing. I'm not hoarding, it's not a secret, I'm not keeping things to myself. I'm sharing, I'm open, I'm willing to put some money or effort or inclination behind something and give of my 3D expertise and materials, financial, whatever that means. There was a willingness and an openness to share. Okay. With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this offer was turned down. Like someone wanted to share an offer and then it was rebuked or rejected or shut down. It's possible, in context of my question, that if it could have been that extraterrestrials wanted to share and help and build something, after a while they abandoned this backwater planet, this situation. It wasn't worth their time or their energy or their input for some reason, and they walked away from it. Now, why is that? I feel like the positives and the negatives outweighed, didn't equal out. Like, it wasn't worth the effort, the time. It also could have been that there was something about a protection in place, because the Queen of Swords has her sword of truth upright, and she's somewhat protecting herself in front of her physical body. So there was something about a protection here that was in place, or something that perhaps everyone agreed to as a rule of law. If they were, if this were the case, you had to speculate that there was an extraterrestrial involvement in some ancient cultural significant sites, that was attempted, but then they realized that it wasn't worth the trouble or the effort, and they dropped it and walked away a long time ago. And it was because of some agreement that they perhaps had to make with another extraterrestrial. I don't know. Or they all decided perhaps that we weren't advanced enough, or there was something here, perhaps like in the Stargate stories, the humans rose up against them and ran them out. No, we don't want you here. I'm just reading what the cards gave me as an answer to that question, okay? I'm not going to... I'm just reading what I see here. Again, with the moon, so we have another reading with the moon in it. They walked away for reasons that no one's really clear on. And again, it's possible that there was some sort of truce or agreement between several different outside interests that this needed to be left alone. Okay. Interesting so far. All right, I'm going to ask another question. Clear the deck. So there's a very well-known, if you are into UFO and UAP research, there's a well-known sighting that happened in England in the 1980s that occurred on a U.S.-sponsored Air Force base outside of Rendlesham Forest. And it was fairly well documented, so I'm going to ask the cards about the Rendlesham Forest UFO. Was the Rendlesham Forest UFO experience in the 1980s in the United Kingdom a psychological operation, or was it an actual case of extraterrestrial contact? Wow. Okay, so this is telling me it's an actual case of extraterrestrial contact because we have the charioteer moving, coming in, stars and the moon, and then this is about a message. The Page of Wands. That's pretty cool. The Five of Swords. Oh, wow. Okay, so, this was considered an extremely provocative contact by the military base, and they wanted this to end and these things to go away as quickly as possible. And there is a version of the truth, and then there's a version that they also told with the sword down. The Page of Pentacles upright, so we have two pages. There's something about technology being shared that could have led to financial profit, as well as contact saying, hey, we're here, we have something to tell you. And notice how they're the victor here. And, okay, Seven of Wands in reverse. That's interesting, in that there was no defending this. This came about suddenly, and nobody knew what it was, how to defend, from a craft landing in the forest next to the base. This is interesting because these three cards are pretty positive. It's a new communication. This is positive. The wand is up. We have a possibility of gleaning education from the technology and maybe some financial rewards from that as well. And then these cards, though, are all about defense, martial arts, basically, because both of the cards are about defending yourself. We have swords in this card and wands in this card. Apparently the swords people won and the wands people lost. So again, with the wands coming out significantly in the event of representing kind of the extraterrestrials in these readings, I feel as though they left because they couldn't defend themselves from whatever this was, and it was turning out to be not great for them. And so we have pages again. We had the Page of Cups in the first reading about Roswell. And again, we have the pages here. But make no mistake, this was a superior. Look at this art. So make no mistake, this was a superior civilization, superior in technology, superior in their advancement, and they can move, they can go anywhere. The wings are kind of standing out to me here in the universe. Wow. Okay, that's super. Wow, this has been a very interesting reading. Bunch of questions here. Okay. I'm going to ask another question about Roswell and close the reading. So, in Roswell, New Mexico, July 1947, there was suggested that a extraterrestrial craft was crashed outside of Roswell. In further investigation, there's also been suggested there was a second disc that crashed at the plains of San Augustine. Was there a crash, a second crash, or was it a first crash and Roswell was second? Was there another crash, July 1947, at the plains of San Augustine in New Mexico? Okay. Was there another UFO crash at the plains of San Agustin in New Mexico, July 1947? Which I find a very interesting story from what I've investigated. Ten of Swords, Four of Wands, the Hermit. Again with the Hermit. Okay. I think the answer to that is no. And I'll tell you why. This is not about crashing. This is about stability and things being square and centered and stable. This is about an end. Like, nope, that was the end. Ten of Swords. Nope, that's it. That's all. And, of course, with the Hermit, we're just keeping things secret and trying to learn as much about these things as possible. So I guess that's my answer there about a second disc crash at the plains of San Agustin. No, the answer I feel like is no. That was the end. There was no crash. It was stable. There is something, though, about an older person that knows a lot more about this. Let's just put it that way. Again, the Hermit is holding a wand. And it is upright. And there is a Merkaba star in there with the divine feminine and masculine brought together to bring the light. Yada, yada, yada. There is more to know about that, I feel like, the San Agustin thing. But I'm not seeing that. The cards aren't saying, yes, you know, there was something. Okay. Okay. One more question, and I'm going to end this reading. Hello. Focus. Okay. In the Mahabharata, ancient Sanskrit, in Hindu and Indian texts, there is discussion of a technological aerial battle. Is the Mahabharata referencing extraterrestrial or a former technologically advanced civilization here on Earth? Let's see what the cards say. There's that Ace of Wands in reverse again. Okay, the Mahabharata. Wow. Ace of Wands in reverse. High Priestess in reverse. Oh my gosh. The Emperor in reverse. Ace of Cups upright. Four of Swords upright. Wheel of Fortune upright. Two of Wands in the reverse. Okay, again with the Wands in reverse. Okay. So I'm thinking here that somebody wants to keep things quiet still about that, but I like how the hands are in prayer. There is something of a religious aspect in regard to this Mahabharata question, and again with the Ace of Cups upright, again another religious aspect in the answer to this question. Again, with the wand, Ace of Wands in reverse, I feel like, again, this is about keeping something hidden, something unseen, something that could be a whole new era or an epoch in our advancement is being hidden. And with the High Priestess in reverse, it's, notice how she's holding an ancient book, a scroll, in this card it says Torah, but I asked about the Mahabharata. I feel as though, again, there's something that's been left out of that story, and the moon is here. It's in a high spot when the card is in reversed, and so we have a secret. With the Emperor in reverse, I feel as though next to the Ace of Cups, that in regard to my question, if it was an ancient extraterrestrial battle or if it was an ancient terrestrial technological civilization fighting another, this seems to me to be that it was a terrestrial with the Emperor in reverse civilization that was perhaps fighting an extraterrestrial civilization. Interesting. And the truth has been, notice the angels in the corner of the Wheel of Fortune. I like this. The books written, so this has been written down, and the truth's been guarded and kept for millennia. Every angel in the corner is actually standing for 6,000, is that right? You're 3,000 years on the great year. Yeah. So each angel is 3,000 years on the great wheel. This is the age of Leo with the lion. This is the age of Taurus with the bull. The age of Aquarius with the human, and then with the eagle, which also stands in for Scorpio. The age of Scorpio. So it's like each we're like 3,000 years, 3,000 years, 6,000 years, 9,000 years, 12,000 years. So it's as if this occurred before the last ice age was ended over 12,000 years ago. Here's the truth of the matter, the Sphinx, but there are still secrets because of the Sphinx. The world was different. Again, with the wand in reverse, just like in the first reading about Roswell, we have the wand in reverse. This is somebody's trying to keep the world as it is and not move into this new era, this new understanding. Interestingly enough, the cards are basically telling me that this has been part of a tradition that's long-standing. The story's been known for over 12,000 years. There is very much about it that is unknown as of yet, and by design. If someone knows more about it or has found actual artifacts from this, they're keeping them secret. And although I can't say for sure, but I think there was a good side and a really bad side. The good side was helped by outside forces, perhaps a friendly extraterrestrial race that came in to help protect against this over-controlling evil emperor in reverse side. Or it could have been a very nasty situation where somebody was very controlling and very evil, trying to control a group of people on the earth, and an outside civilization came in and triumphed over that. Wow. Okay. Well, that is my special reading for UFOs and Ancient Aliens for my 5,000 subscriber benchmark. Thank you guys so much. I might do a follow-up on this, so if you have questions or have comments or want to add something, absolutely leave me a comment in the comment area. I want to hear about anything you have to add to this stuff. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you want to find out more about what I do, please visit the About page of my YouTube channel or the description box below the video. Thank you.